So you're me and Kat's lawyer. We've been using you about 3 years. You're one of our lawyers. So if you, and I thought it'd be really cool to have you on here because there was a time when the PMU industry, we were we saw clients and stuff. There wasn't as many business opportunities, I guess is what I'm trying to say, as there are now. And I've seen my industry really evolve into an industry that is full of amazing business opportunities and collaborations and developing your own products and all kinds of things. And I just see such a need for fellow artists, to have lawyers, and so many don't, or they're afraid of lawyers, right? They have misconceptions about lawyers. So I wanted you on here just to shoot the shit and talk about maybe some of these topics that people would love to know on. So if you just want to give people a little background about you, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. So I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas, which I feel like is becoming less and less.
Less than 1%, right?
Less than 1%. But now all the people I know who I grew up with are moving back.
Yeah.
It's a hard city to move away from. But I went to UNLV. I started law school. Halfway through law school, I thought law school was kind of the path to self-employment, which may resonate with some of your audience. So I really wanted to be my own boss. I knew I didn't really make a really great employee. And all of my references for attorneys as I was growing up had their own practices. So I was blissfully unaware of the life of a typical lawyer, which is grinding it out, no client interaction, not even the senior partner doesn't even know your name, not absolutely zero work-life balance. So, and it was only halfway through law school that one of the professors explained, here's what your life is going to be like as a new lawyer. And I went, oh God, I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
What did I get myself into?
What have I gotten myself into? And I was halfway through and there was no way I could justify, dropping out and doing something else. And that's when UNLV started pairing a law degree with an MBA. And I had a business degree from UNLV already. That was my undergrad. So I go back to the business school, I get admitted to the MBA program. And then during the MBA program, I have the opportunity to start a business. I'm actually offered a job to execute on a marketing plan I designed. And I said, hey, this is my opportunity to be my own boss. So I started a business. It grew and grew and grew. And I found myself, like most business owners, needing legal advice. Yeah. So I asked somebody who also grew up here for a referral to another attorney. And it was the equivalent of I've got a toothache and he sends me to a podiatrist. Yeah. It was the wrong attorney and he was a complete jerk and, probably an hourly rate I couldn't afford anyway. And I walked out of that office and I like it happened yesterday, on the phone with everybody I knew who had a small business. Who do you go to for legal advice? And this was 2008, which, if you recall, was not a great time to be starting a business, owning a business, running a business, even being employed because people were getting laid off and trying to turn their hobbies into livelihoods. Right. And I remember, so I said, well, there's nobody in the market that's really helping small business owners and startups. And you would have a business that would say, yeah, we've got a law firm on retainer, but it cost me $450 for a half an hour of small talk. Yeah. So we never call them, which doesn't do you any good. All it's doing is locking up your retainer and, and you're never getting the value from it. So I thought, well, it looks like I'm going to have to start a law firm after all. So I had the law firm and the other company and I grew them together until I had to choose one. And I joked that I chose the one with less drama. And then I sold what had blossomed at that point in time into a modeling agency to somebody who is now a client of my law firm.
Oh, that's interesting. So a modeling agency.
A modeling agency. Yeah. It started as a marketing company and then it blossomed into a modeling agency and it was this whole thing. So that's kind of the impetus for me starting the firm, is there was just this gap in the market and nobody was out there in an affordable, predictable way. So I came out of the gate charging flat fees, which we still do. We charge hourly, as a very last resort, only when we can't control how much time we spend on something. But we try to lend, because that's usually the biggest barrier for people hiring lawyers, is first of all, they're scary.
Yeah, people are afraid of lawyers. People are afraid of mechanics, right? It's like car mechanics, they have a bad reputation. No offense.
It's true. No, I totally get it. I totally get it. So I came out of the gate. I said, I'm charging flat fees. This is not, and that was both for my benefit and for the client's benefit. Right. We're going to take as much mystery out of this process as possible.
Just be transparent. Just be super transparent and approachable. Yeah. But I think probably you having your own small business and bootstrapping that from the ground up, that probably makes you a really good lawyer. That probably make like different than the rest, because you've had that experience being a small business owner, and it's scary all alone being a small business owner, starting your own business.
Oh yeah.
You know, because you're responsible, you know, for bringing in income for you and your family, and then once you start hiring employees, then you're responsible for their paychecks
And their families.
So
yeah.
you've done
There's
all
a lot.
that.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes you a really good lawyer for businesses like mine, because you've done it, Gina, and a lot of lawyers have not. I mean, right out of college, they go straight to, just being a lawyer. They don't have.
Yeah, we call it K through JD, where you never worked. You just went from kindergarten through your law degree, graduated, and then turning around without having real world experience is really hard. And the other part about that is in law school, we're taught, and it's drilled into our brains to be risk averse. Like, if there's any sort of way that you might lose money on this transaction or lose your intellectual property or whatever, don't do it. But that's not how being a business owner works. You have to understand the risks. You have to mitigate them. You have to, take calculated risks in order to grow. I
was just going to say that. I mean, I do a lot of different lectures and stuff, and one of them is, as I talk about, you have to take calculated risks. We're entrepreneurs. You know, I am, like if you said if you were a business owner or an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur all the way. Kat's more of a business owner, but I'm that dreamer that I stay up till 4 dreaming. I'm a manic thinker. I'm the creator. I am that entrepreneur, and I would not be where I am today if I did not take calculated risks.
Well, and that's the key. Calculated, not just for the hell of it. Not, hey, I'm going to sign this without thinking, or hey, we're going to fly by the seat of our pants. Calculated.